A big win just announced for some Edinburg residents. Theirs is a story a lot of you can probably relate to.
Yeah, dealing with pothole-damaged streets can be very frustrating. Channel 5's Trevor Gonzalez with what happened when those residents finally got tired of all the bumpy roads and went to City Hall.
Yeah, this all happened on Friday of last week. There was a lot of emotion coming from those residents of this subdivision, stating that many of their streets haven't been touched in years. But I ended up speaking with the city manager, and he tells me that there just wasn't enough communication about what was really going on. It's not the largest area, but to residents like Cristina de la Garza, the Lowell subdivision, or La Hierrera, has been home.
You need to come together as a community to get things done. Not one person, not two people, but the whole community needs to get involved.
But over time, she tells us she believes her streets have been long abandoned.
Some of these potholes have been here for a long time. The city comes and just puts like a little patch on them, and that's it.
The matter was troubling enough to prompt both De La Garza's family and others to address the matter within Edinburg City Council last week. In fairness to the city, all of the potholes here have been filled. However, if approved, all of the streets within this subdivision will be repaired. Just days later, tonight's meeting leading to a unanimous vote for the project. More than $3.3 million being awarded to a contractor. Its scope on top of paving all of its streets, adding curbs and gutters, and adding 5-foot sidewalks throughout the area. Before the meeting, City Manager Ron Garza explaining this project was said to be done in phases.
They probably were communicated that both the drainage improvements and street reconstruction were going to be done. I think they just assumed that either they didn't finish, they didn't anything like that. But from all the records that are filed with the city, it was always intentional to do it in phases.
During that meeting, the city admitting they could have done better.
The communication of this throughout the years, I definitely can see how, we thought it was incomplete.
De La Garza, too, vowing to improve as a resident in the area and getting more involved. Now, you might have seen aspects of that video of members of City Council, actually the city manager, stepping them through the timeline of this process. Now, since this has been approved, groundbreaking on this should be around September, and the end of September, that is. And the project itself, it's supposed to take about 270 days. In McAllen, Trevor Gonzalez, Channel 5 News at 10.